What's going on? It's yours truly, Mr.Taliaferro. Listen, by now you already know if you're a basketball fan. I don't need to hype this highlight up. Y'all already know we're going to talk about a lot of Kevin Durant and the injury. The Golden State Warriors looking to keep their season alive in Toronto for Game 5 of the NBA Finals. This is by far and will be. I don't care what happens in Game 6 or Game 7. I don't care if Steph Curry makes a half-court buzzer beater to win the series in 7. This is the biggest game of the 2019 NBA season. Too many storylines and actually a great basketball game. Don't let me stop you from watching this phenomenal highlight. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5. Like I said, Kevin Durant would give it a go. His first game since May 8th. Didn't show a lot of rust early as he drilled his first shot. More Kevin Durant off the pass from Klay Thompson. Drilled a 3, and all of a sudden, the Warriors look like the Warriors. 50 seconds to go in the first. It's Kevin Durant one more time for 3. He scored 11 points in 12 minutes early. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the injury heard around the world. Kevin Durant trying to make a move on Ibaka, and yeah, he just pulls up lame. And you'll look at this shot over and over again. Who knows when we see Kevin Durant on a basketball court? Let me just go ahead and put this out in the atmosphere. The Warriors believe Kevin Durant has tore his Achilles. It was a calf injury to start. Many people believe it could have possibly been an Achilles injury, and the Warriors were trying to cover it up. Whatever it is, it's now an Achilles injury, all right? Kevin Durant obviously is out for the remainder of the playoffs. Probably is going to miss significant time next year. We'll get into his an update shortly. But after that injury, the Warriors would somehow regroup. DeMarcus Cousins would score some big buckets. He wasn't going to play in this game if not for that KD injury. He drills the 3. Now more good Warrior basketball. Draymond Green grabs the ball, gets it to Steph Curry, who goes 4-point play for 3. What a shot by Steph Curry. Let's move on to the third quarter here. Raptors trying to gain some momentum. They're down 10. Kawhi would turn the basketball over. Klay Thompson would get that thing and go coast to coast on the Raptors. Let's move on to the fourth. The Raptors making their run. 6-point game no longer. It's cut in half by that 3 from Kyle Lowry. Now Steph will get blocked off glass. 7 minutes ago, if you just watch this game from beginning to end, you kind of knew the Raptors were going to always make a run. They made it right here. Danny Green misses the 3. Kawhi Leonard with the putback jam. It's a 1-point game. Warriors not going away. Draymond Green drills the 3 with a little bit of a smirk after, like, yeah, I finally got one to go. Warriors up 4. It's a 2-point game off the miss from the Warriors. Kawhi gets this thing, and I mean, he just pop locks and drops that thing from 3 to give the Raptors the lead. The first lead change in the fourth quarter of this series. Now Kawhi Leonard going to the rim. He literally took over this game in the fourth. 26 points, 12 rebounds for him overall. This little stretch was all about Kawhi Leonard. I don't care who it was. He was attacking everybody that the Warriors had. He goes 3-pointer over a slow-legged DeMarcus Cousins. More Kawhi. He ain't done, ladies and gentlemen. And at this point, with 3:30 to go, you're thinking the Raptors about to win a championship. Kawhi is taking over this basketball game. After a very weird timeout that I still don't understand by Nick Nurse or Kyle Lowry, Klay Thompson and the Warriors would get back in this game. He drilled a 3. It's a 3-point game with 1:30 to go. Steph moving on them screens. He gets open, a little bit of space from Fred VanVleet, and that's enough for a shooter like that. We're tied at 103 with 1:10 remaining. Kawhi's going to miss this 3-pointer. Warriors get the rebound. They're moving, ladies and gentlemen. They got a chance to retake the lead. Steph looking for a shot. He's not going to find one. Iguodala to Draymond to Klay Thompson. Ball fake in the air for 3. And the Warriors go up 3 with 56 seconds to go. Back and forth basketball game. Now 30 seconds to go. Kyle Lowry, goaltending by DeMarcus Cousins. Quick 2. The Raptors are now down a point. Warriors, 8-second difference in the shot clock. They could have closed the game out there with a 3. DeMarcus Cousins called for an offensive foul. I think it was a good call. A lot of Cousins' fouls look pretty lazy. So the Raptors are going to actually have a chance to win this game. Don't call a timeout. They're down 1. You give it to Kawhi Leonard. Give the Warriors defense a lot of credit. Iguodala comes over. They're not going to let Kawhi beat him. Fred VanVleet to Lowry, who doesn't even get it off. It goes begging. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a Game 6 as the Golden State Warriors. They show that championship grit, and they somehow, some way keep their season alive. We're heading back to Oracle Arena as now the Warriors are looking to force a Game 7. What a basketball game Ups and downs. As a basketball fan, let's just start here. Listen, I love this game too much. I love this game entirely too much to ever wish injury on a player, to ever be happy when a player goes down. The basketball fan in me, probably, if I had to tell you which team I was rooting for, I'd probably say I'm rooting for the Warriors, right? Or, excuse me, I'm probably rooting for the Raptors. But I felt sick to my stomach when Kevin Durant went down with that injury. It's not good. Let me just go ahead and put this out in the atmosphere. He had no business playing in that basketball game. He had no business playing basketball at this point in time. So for all the people out there saying Kevin Durant's faking an injury, Kevin Durant is not giving it his all for his Warrior teammates, you were wrong. And you need to go on whatever platform today, radio, TV, social media fans out there, you need to go on there and apologize to Kevin Durant. The man literally was on one leg, had no business playing that game. I was talking to one of my friends in the midst of this game, and I was like, yo, you could tell KD's just a phenomenal basketball player, but you can look at him and see he has no business playing in this basketball game. As great as he looked, he had no business giving it a risk. Reportedly, everybody around Kevin Durant told him, don't do it. But the basketball in him couldn't allow his team to lose that basketball game. He just couldn't allow to just sit on that sideline anymore and watch his team suffer without him and not look good without him. He comes back too early, and a calf injury, maybe worst case scenario, a rupture in the Achilles, now is officially probably torn, and he's going to be done for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, the basketball landscape just changed. NBA free agency just changed. I'll do more videos on that throughout the day, but I don't want to take, we talked about KD enough. I want to get into this phenomenal basketball game that we had. So after Kevin Durant's injury, DeMarcus Cousins, like I said earlier, he wasn't going to play in that game. The Warriors rotation did not include DeMarcus Cousins with Kevin Durant returning. Obviously, when KD goes down, that changes everything. Cousins comes back, give you a few big minutes. Down the stretch, he wasn't good. He's only got so much, right, in him. But in that second quarter, he was big time for that Warriors team. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, I got the stat line right here. They were absolutely phenomenal between the two, 57 points. Steph Curry drilled 5 3-pointers. Klay Thompson, who's been the best Warrior to me in this series, went for 7 3-pointers. And I'm going to be honest with you. Klay Thompson is slowly but surely starting to make a run at Finals MVP. You know, he's slowly starting to make a run. That was his game-winning 3-pointer. Steph was great too, but Steph hasn't been shooting the ball exceptionally well. Klay Thompson, another big game. I know he missed one of the games, but if he comes up big in Game 6 and if they can force a Game 7, he's in the mix for that Finals MVP now. And in regards to Toronto, they blew a huge opportunity. And Kawhi Leonard overall was phenomenal in that fourth quarter. He got nothing else from anyone. Kyle Lowry's decision-making, you know, what we didn't show in that highlight is 2 critical turnovers from Kyle Lowry down the stretch. And let me just go ahead and put this out in the atmosphere, because all my friends are saying I'm wrong about this. And I've seen some reporters come out and say I'm wrong about this as well, right? But not specifically said to me. I'm just saying they went in the opposite direction of me. I could have sworn that after Kawhi Leonard goes off for that little stretch, I could have sworn Kyle Lowry called that timeout. After the Raptors go up 6, I believe, they come down court and Kyle Lowry signals for the timeout. But people are claiming Nick Nurse wanted the timeout. But mind you, Kawhi Leonard had the basketball. Kyle Lowry gets in front of Kawhi Leonard and gets in the ref's face and says timeout. Now, people are saying Nick Nurse wanted the timeout. And I saw Nick Nurse's post-game presser, and he said we wanted a timeout. But I think he was actually trying to cover up for his point guard. There was no reason for the Raptors to call a timeout, ruin their momentum, and allow the Warriors to regroup. And boy, did they regroup. They came out and drilled 9 straight points, 3 straight 3-pointers, and now they take a little bit of momentum. I know they're a little bit deflated as well with that Kevin Durant injury. Everybody knows he's gone for the year, obviously, and maybe next year. But they were able to take that big-time win that they deserve a lot of credit for, and they're moving back to Oracle for a decisive Game 6. Ooh, as a basketball fan, you're happy. But it's to an extent, because that injury to Kevin Durant just deflated a lot of that game, man. Somebody giving it that all. I don't care what your career path is, anybody giving it that all, that type of effort when you shouldn't have been out there. Oh, man. Anywho, 106-105 is the final score. Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors will have to regroup and find their game earlier as they now travel to Oracle for a Game 6. And in regards to the Golden State Warriors, it looks like they got a little bit of that momentum, and they're now back. They got their team together, and without Kevin Durant, it looks like they found themselves a little bit there in the midst of that basketball game, and they're looking to force a Game 7. I'm out.